slaying.
Well, family, the wait is over. The moment has arrived where truth emerges triumphant from the shadows of history. Introducing the true Jerusalem, the lost kingdoms of the Israelites, the groundbreaking work by me, Jacoby Vale, a journey into the past that reshapes the future. I cut through centuries of misconceptions with piercing clarity. This book delivers a compelling case packed with evidence that commands attention and gonna get some respect. Come with me for a second, family, and discover how these thrilling civilizations flourished, protected by towering highlands and sustained by advanced engineering. Some have asked, where is Jerusalem? Is it the land in the Middle East? I say no. It is in the highlands of Ethiopia. With hours of groundbreaking research, this book brings in a new revelation, and it will transform your understanding of African history and its connections to the ancient world. It's going to remove from your mind the conditioning by the Romans of what has really happened to our past. Come with me, family, to the Ethiopian highlands and find out why this is our land. Why things have been hidden and obfuscated for centuries. We are royalty, children of the Most High. What kind of land do you expect us to have? Dried up dirt in the Middle East, or land flowing with rivers? A land full of beautiful animals flowing with milk and honey. Don't miss out on this monumental unveiling. Grab your copy today and stand on the side of truth. Visit Amazon.com or www.tailministries.com to purchase your book and join Jacoby Vale's teachings on Tail Ministries. Family, your journey to hidden history has now begun. So family, get your copy of True Jerusalem, the Lost Kingdoms of the Israelites today. Journey to the heart of Africa, where history and legend converge to reveal the forgotten kingdoms of the Israelites and the true location of Jerusalem. Shalom, family. How y'all doing today? Hope you're blessed and highly favored. So today we have a guest, and we haven't had a guest in a long time, a very long time. And we're going to be talking about crypto. Now, I'm going to say this. I am not the crypto expert. I have my opinions, but our guest is the expert. Brother Fast Nickel, say hi to the family.
Shalom, family.
So, Brother Fast Nickel, we have a lot of things happening in the world, and crypto has been going crazy, right? I'm gonna have to just speak for myself. I mean, I didn't triple my investment, but I've waited like 2 years, I think it was, ups and downs, riding roller coaster. And what are your thoughts on this? And we're gonna also talk about some of this from a prophetic viewpoint as well. Brother Fast Nickel.
Well, we had the Bitcoin halving back in April, and generally speaking, every 4 years is when we have the booming cycle. But a lot of people believe that we won't have that crypto winter that you experienced, that you and all of us experienced. We won't have those crypto winters anymore going into 2026 and beyond, because they will now bring crypto into the forefront. A good friend of mine who got into crypto 8 years ago when I did, one thing he said to me is, when the little people miss the train, they miss the train. But when the elite miss the train, they roll it back into the station. And that's what happened in 2017, 2018. A lot of young people, including myself, were making tons of money on crypto, and they realized, hey, we need to put a halt on this. And one of the things that got me into crypto is at that time, crypto was one of the few asset classes that was not being controlled like the stock market, but it is now. But it's basically being done because they were not ready to release the faucet, and also they consider us retail, so they want to get retail out the picture, but they know that they can't get everybody out. So those that are wise enough to see what is going on are the ones that are going to benefit.
So I would say this, Brother Fast Nickel is like the economic expert. I'm approaching my investments from the viewpoint of prophecy, which is why I've stayed in crypto when everyone jumped ship. When it was like, what was the last one where it went down real far and everybody was like losing thousands of dollars and everybody like jumped overboard? I mean, everybody I knew was jumping out.
Well, it's happened a couple of times. It happened around 2018, 19, but it happened again around 2022. Because listen, I lost my shirt too.
Yeah, was it 2022 or 2023? Because I mean, it was sort of recent where
it was like end of 22 into 23. I mean, crypto went down like 90%, and this is why I always say you want to hold Bitcoin, because you don't feel the dip as harsh as you do with the altcoins.
Yeah, so that's another thing. Give me your opinion on this, because I don't buy altcoins. I don't buy meme coins because I feel those are like trending type of things, right? But Bitcoins and Ethereum, to me, is going to be the foundation of the new currency system, which is why I stayed in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, I just recently, because Fast Nickel been telling me forever, get some XRP. I just recently got some XRP. What's your thoughts on that, Fast Nickel?
Okay, so what's my thought on XRP, or what exactly?
Well, just the idea of the different currencies that there are and what you're buying, because I don't get altcoins, I don't get meme coins, I don't get stable coins. I'm just sticking with the ones that I know going to be used for retail transaction and international transactions, which is Bitcoins, Ethereum, and XRP. That's just me. I'm not a financial expert, but that's my logic.
Gotcha. So Bitcoin was the very first, as some or all of you know. It came out in 2009. I personally believe that there is no real Satoshi that they claim is the one that invented it. I truly believe from reports that I've heard is that when you look at the underlying code, it's NSA.
It's NSA and it's DOD. That's who it is.
Yes. And I think it was just a test run, and it blew up like they didn't. I don't think they expected it to do what it did. And
well, I think it was it was a test run, but it was a test case to see how we would adopt it, and if they would have a lot of pushback since they were moving to digital, because we always had an issue with that, and the conservative right always had an issue with it.
I first heard about Bitcoin in 2012. I read a magazine article, and they were talking about it in Canada. And what's funny is the people that have been in crypto as long as I have, I look at us all as degenerates. And the reason I say that is because when you look at a lot of the people that had a lot of Bitcoin, they had it because a lot of these gaming platforms, that was what was used as a transfer of wealth. And it just so happened that they held it, and it turned into being worth, thousands of dollars now.
So let me ask you this. There's all these various currencies out there, and like I was saying, what my philosophy is, I'm sticking with what I think is going to be the backbone of the new digital system, and which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Now, my understanding is, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, that like the institutions, they're going to use Ethereum, right? Because Ethereum's sort of like the backbone of some of these processes that they have. But Bitcoin is going to be, at least the way I see it, is going to be for international trade, and some of the local currencies are going to be probably be CBDCs. That's my theory. What's your thoughts on that?
So when you look at a lot of these cryptos, they have a use case. And when you look at the foundation of what those tokens do, what it does is it allows all of these different platforms that were individual platforms to now speak to one another. So when we read the scriptures and we talk about one world, everything being a one world system, crypto and blockchain is the perfect piece to make that happen. Now, one of the, when you reached out to me this morning, I sent you a lot of links. And so one of the links that I sent you was in terms of the financial system and blockchain and Bitcoin. So one of the issues with Bitcoin is that Bitcoin is a, let me see if I had that link. But so Bitcoin, it's a, give me one second. I'll give you the proper definition.
Did you want me to share the Congress is rolling out the Bitcoin, that one? Or
well, if you want to, so
I mean, you can share it yourself. You can share it, whatever you want to do. You could go ahead and share it if you know how. I mean,
Okay, let me see if I can share screen. Let's see if I have access to share screen. Okay, so we'll do this first. So in June of 2024, just a few months ago, I'm going to share this article. They had what's called eBay Day 2024. And this was held in Lisbon, Portugal. And this was for the fintech world. And at this presentation, one of the gentlemen who was there is the president of Quant. His name is Gilbert. Well, I'll just call him, his first name is Gilbert. But what they stated at this conference is, for the very first time, they actually showed that crypto and digital currency is part of the structure going forward. And they told all of the systems that you have to be compliant by November of 2025, or else you're going to get left behind. So when I heard that, I said to myself, okay, I have about a year to get my all of the cryptos that I want, because once they turn that switch, the prices are going to go sky high. And the reason I'm saying that is because when you look at the cryptocurrency market, it has a $2.9 trillion market cap. That is nothing. When you look at where it's going to, where it'll easily probably hit 10 trillion or more in maybe 5 years, that means all these coins that you see now are going to explode in value.
So when you say all these coins, which ones do you think will explode in value? Because I'm not convinced on a lot of these other coins. That's just me. But like I said, don't take financial advice from me, because I'm not the one.
So the first one is, there is a structure that came into place. It's called ISO 20022. And what they want to do is make sure that those coins that are ISO 20022 compliant are the ones that are going to be used. So let me show you an article on that. Okay, so this article is from the ISO 20022, which is the Universal the ISO 20022 is the website, and this is what the banking and the financial institutions use. And if you look here, it says a single standardization approach methodology process repository to be used by all financial standard initiatives. So when you look at this page, I should have had it do a share window instead of sharing screen. I'm going to show you this screen. So this here on the ISO 2022 site, it shows you, let me see if I can make it a little bigger. Okay, can you see that? So
if you can make it a little bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Okay, so when you look here, these are the main ISO 20022 coins, and XRP is at the forefront. Then they got Cardano, which is up big today, Quant, Algorand, Stellar, Hedera Hashgraph, IOTA, and XDC. So I have a video coming out tomorrow on Hedera Hashgraph because a capital group fund is doing an EFT on Hashgraph, and so these are great coins to own. The reason why I love XRP and Quant is because if you look at a train track and a train, so you have one train track, but then you have different trains that run on it. So Quant is the crypto that the financial institutions are using as that train track that then the other coins will run on top of it. So the reason they're looking at Quant is because when you do a search on Google for Bitcoin, when you go to Quant's website, so Bitcoin is it's an open source system. And so the problem for the banks is that it's not safe. So with Quant is allowing them to utilize crypto in a safe way. So that's why I'm bullish on Quant, but I'm bullish on XRP. But there are a lot of different cryptos that are bullish. But if you're someone who wants to be conservative like yourself, you can even stick to the ISO 20022 coins. I know I might be going a little over a lot of people's head. They've got layer 1 coins, they got layer 2 coins, they've got all these different type of coins. So it can be a little confusing on what to purchase if you're looking at it from a financial standpoint. So that's why I like to tell you, if you're looking at any of the top 100 coins on CoinMarketCap, what you can do, and let me go to CoinMarketCap so I can show you.
So let me ask you right quick, Quant, you were saying, what is it used for again?
So the banks are going to use Quant as their foundation for the financial system.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you told me that.
So the other coins like an XRP will run on that system. So like I said, Quant will be like the train track that all of these run on. Now, I understand that you have Swift and then you have the brick system, and there's kind of a battle going on, but at the same time, they're all going to be using CBDCs, and they're going to be using cryptos in one way or another. I'm just going to show you coin market cap for those who are not certain. So coin market cap, there's two. There's coin market cap and there's CoinGecko. Brother Jacob, have you ever gone to coin market cap?
I never heard of it before. I'm an amateur.
Okay, so coin market cap is where you can go and you'll see the top 2,000 cryptos, even though some of them are worthless. You know, a lot of meme coins. Memes are hot coins. You know, they've got Pepe, they've got Shiba Inu, they got Dogecoin.
Peanut.
You know, Peanut. Just yesterday, Peanut was up like 1,400% in a day.
Now, make it make sense to me. All of that is like mind share, right? Because it's all based upon social media and stuff, if I understand correctly, right?
Meme coins are a community coin. The community just gets behind it, and here's the reality of it all. Bitcoin, the current price of Bitcoin is $91,000. The current price of Dogecoin is 37 cents. But the truth of the matter is Dogecoin is a derivative of Bitcoin. So that basically through the source code of Bitcoin is how they created Dogecoin and Litecoin. And so Dogecoin can literally do the same thing Bitcoin can do, but Dogecoin is a fraction of the cost of Bitcoin.
And that's what Elon Musk in, right? He's the one pushing Dogecoin?
Correct. He's the one pushing Dogecoin, and now you've got Charles Hoskins, who is the CEO, president, creator of Cardano. And now he used to be a part of the Ethereum group. Now, here's the funny thing. When I first got into crypto, the first coin I ever owned was XRP, and I got it for 9/10 of a penny. And the reason I got it is because the one exchange, which was called GitHub, they were giving you 50 XRP tokens for signing up. And so after I signed up, the next week, I heard about Ethereum. And at the time, I was able to get Ethereum for $9. And as you can see, it's at $3,000 now. So when I did my research behind Ethereum, I realized that the Bilderberg group is the group behind Ethereum, and the parent company of Google, the Alphabet, is also behind Ethereum. So when I saw that the Alphabet group and the Bilderbergs were behind Ethereum, I said, this ain't gonna lose. I said, this is where I'm putting some money into.
Well, I knew with the foundation that, you know, when it came out that Bitcoin and Ethereum was being built as the foundation of the whole new digital platforms. So I was like, these two, I don't think will ever go away. It's the other ones that I think might disappear. Right. And so that was my logic behind it anyway.
That's true. Now, Solana is a good, the problem for Ethereum is the gas fees. So the gas fees are sometimes outrageous when you want to transfer coins. And that's how they make their money, because every time you do something with Ethereum, you got gas fees.
I heard the same thing about Solana as well.
The gas fees are fractions of a penny in comparison.
Oh, okay. Because I was listening to this guy. He was saying that the gas fees for Solana was going to make it not very viable, because so many people will use it and it'll stop functioning, where you won't be able to get your transactions through. I mean, I don't know if that was true, but that's what he was saying.
Well, Solana has in the past had issues with their blockchain. So what he was saying may not be necessarily false, because they have had issues. But, you know, right now, people that are into crypto don't care about. They just want to see that their money is going up. That's all they care about. They're not looking at it from a technology standpoint.
So, Brother Fast Nickel, some people, this is new for them, and they don't understand the basics. Can you give them a basic understanding of what Bitcoin is, what meme coins is, and things like that?
Sure. So let me do this. As Coco would tell you, who's in the chat, I love ChatGPT. That's my go-to, ChatGPT. So it's very easy. So if you look at the definition of Bitcoin.
Yeah. If you want to get a good definition, you're right. That's a good place to go.
Yeah, it's quick, it's simple. So basically,
did you want to bring that screen up, or what do you want
sure,
to do?
I'll bring that screen up.
Okay.
This way I can. It's easier to. Because one of the things I'm doing now when I create videos, whatever token I'm talking about, I like to give a quick explanation of what that token does, because most people are just buying it based on the price. But realistically, you want to know what the use case of that coin is so that you know what the reality of it going up in value. So now Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency that operates on a peer-to-peer network, allowing users to send and receive transactions without the need of intermediaries like banks. Like I said earlier, it was created in 2008 by an anonymous person called Satoshi Nakamoto and was released as an open source software in 2009. Bitcoin transactions are verified by network nodes through cryptography and recorded on a public ledger called blockchain. The total supply of Bitcoin is capped at 21 million, making it a deflationary asset. So when you hear in the economy they talk about inflation, Bitcoin is deflation, which is the opposite, which as deflation happens, it makes Bitcoin go up in value.
So do me a favor, ask ChatGPT to rephrase that at an 8th grade level. All right, there we go.
Bitcoin is a type of digital money that works without banks or government. It was created in 2008 by someone using the name Satoshi Nakamoto. Bitcoin transactions are recorded on a public digital ledger called blockchain, which keeps track of everything. Only 21 million Bitcoins will ever exist. So there's a limited supply. People use Bitcoin to buy things, save money, or as an investment. Now, the truth is it's slow. So I wouldn't recommend using Bitcoin to buy a cup of coffee. That's where you would want to use some of these faster currencies, like even an XRP. XRP, when you make transactions they've already tested it on the banking level, and the transactions happen in seconds.
Well, let me ask you, some of the people were saying that Doge and Shiba Inu were going to be the ones for currency exchange, like buying a cup of coffee. Is that correct, or what do you think?
You can. See, at the end of the day, like I was saying, because of the code, Bitcoin is no different than Dogecoin. But you're not going to want to, you're going to want to look at Bitcoin as digital gold. So like for me, I own one full Bitcoin in 2017. I paid $1,100 for it. I have very little Bitcoin now because it's too high in price. So what I do is I have coins that I can 10 and 20x my money, and then take those profits and move that into Bitcoin.
So how do you know which altcoins to use that's going to go up? Because to me, it's like a roll of the dice. You know, I mean, people tell you Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, stuff like that. And some of the new coins, like, the meme coins and stuff. I'm like, I'm that's why I just stay in my lane. What do you think?
So let's use $1,000 just as a basic, or even $100, because I'm just going to use simple math here. If for someone who's new, especially if they're a little nervous, and it also depends on your age, right? Like me, I'm up there in age, so I don't have the benefit of being a 20-year-old getting into this and seeing my whole future ahead of me. So if you're only spending $100 or 100% of whatever that amount is, let's say you might want to have 50% of it in Bitcoin, because you know that in the long term, it's going to only continue to go up. And then you might want to take 25% and put it into what they call layer one coin. So let me just type in here examples of layer 1 cryptos. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Cardano. So Cardano is a coin that right now is less than $1. You can own this and you can also stake it. There are certain coins that you can stake. So what staking means is that you hold them and you'll get dividends or interest on just for holding it. And they're giving you more money than you're going to get at a bank. Now, for those people who are just scared to death and don't even like to see their money go down a fraction, you can invest your money into even into a USDC stable coin where they'll give you a 4 APY just for holding your crypto there. So even if you don't really understand money, but at the same time, you know that by keeping it in a bank account, you're not getting any interest on that money. So you can take that same money, hold it in a USDC stable coin that it doesn't go up and it doesn't go down in value, but at least you'll be gaining interest.
So let me ask you this. Okay, I know USDC is backed by BlackRock.
Yes.
Now, I had some USDC, but I got out of it. Reason being is that it's backed is stable because it's backed by the dollar. Right now, my theory is that the dollar's going to crash. So when the dollar crashes, then USDC going to be valueless. That's why I got out of it, and I'm going. I went more into Bitcoin and Ethereum. What do you think of that?
So that is a fair thought to have, and what a lot of us in crypto tend to do is, so for instance, when you were going through the Bitcoin or crypto winter where you started to see your money go down, or there's a phrase that we like to say, lick your ice cream. So for instance, let's say you had some Doge and you saw your Doge go from $100 to $300 and now you're starting to make some money. Well, we all know that everything that goes up comes down and everything that goes down goes up. So what you can do is, instead of taking some profits and taking it out and put it back into your bank account, you can move it into a USDC or any type of stable coin, so that you're taking your profits. You're putting it to the side. We call it dry powder in crypto. And so now when you start to see dips, you can then go ahead and buy back in on the dips. And
okay. So you roll it in the USDC to stabilize it when the market fluctuates, and then you move it back over.
Correct. So you buy the dip. So like when Bitcoin, for instance, let's say like right now, Bitcoin's at 91. So let's say, because Bitcoin does these massive, it does these massive ups and downs. Like it's gone up $30,000 in a month, right? So you can't have weak hands to be in crypto, because when you see your portfolio go, I mean, you're happy when it's going up, but man, when it's going down, you're crying in your milk.
And it goes down fast.
Yes. And it goes down like every day. Like I had people at work yesterday saying, they're like, Fast Nickel, you must be happy to see these coins going up. I said, listen, I've been in this so long, I need to see much more days of these ups just to get back even.
Yep. So let me ask you this. So like there's one person, she told me, yeah, Yacoba, y'all just love money because you're in a system that going to be part of the beast system, the Antichrist system, and you're investing in that. That's because you love money more than y'all. I'm like, that is some stupid stuff. What's your comment to that?
So the first thing I would ask her, well, aren't you in stocks? Don't you invest? Are you investing in anything? So if she says she is, then I agree that this could be what that is, but that doesn't mean that the Most High doesn't allow you to take advantage of this. It's, unfortunately, this is the system, this is the world we live in. You have to live in it, whether you like it or not. So why not try to manipulate yourself around it?
And see, the thing is, we already in the beast system. The beast
Correct.
system is just morphing into another beast system, or a greater beast, a more violent beast, right? And so, like for instance, my philosophy has been that I know that the dollar is going to crash because you can't have the dollar and have a digital currency. You can't have both, right? You got, in order to go in a new system, they got to get rid of the old. And so, therefore, my philosophy, you know, this mine, that when all of this is crashing, that digital currencies are going to rise, and there's going to be a window. I don't know how long that window is going to be, that you can take that money and do with it what you will, and GTF, right? Get out of here, right?
Yes, yes.
But at some point, they're gonna lock it down. At some point, they're gonna control how you spend it, where it goes,
Correct.
the amount of taxes that you have on it, and it's not like they're gonna have to wait for you to pay your taxes. They're gonna pull it out ahead of time, right? See, so you're not gonna have any control at some point. They're gonna make it like it's all candy coated ice cream in the beginning, but then they're gonna implement all of the controls, right? And so my guide, you know, this is the way I look at it, is that I'm planning my way out. And I'm planning on going to the continent at some point. And I'm not saying that the continent is a panacea. I just know we're going to go in the wilderness. I told y'all that. That's my understanding of the scriptures. That my understanding of the scriptures is that we're going to flee, right? So I'm preparing, because guess what? You don't know how that's going to look, right?
Correct.
Because the Bible says, look towards Zion, and we're going to go out into the wilderness, which means we're going out as refugees, if you want to go with a modern view. You don't know how that's going to look. Well, the Lord says we're coming out with great substance. You still don't know how that's going to look. So, you know, you got to plan your way out as if, you know, things not going to be smooth sailing, because according to Jeremiah 50, we're going to leave crying. Now, I want to talk about this right quick and get your opinion on this with the whole digital currency and the crypto and how all of this plays together, because I'm seeing some shadows of the enemy. So now that Trump is in office, right, and Trump is pro crypto, right, from what I hear, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, but a year ago he wasn't.
I know, a year ago he wasn't. Exactly. Exactly. See, to me, they've been playing games because
Exactly.
they didn't want the common man in it. That's what they did. While they're buying up all of the coins, right? The common man not gonna get in it, and they're gonna take all of the gold for themselves, right? And then when you get in it, it's gonna be too late.
Exactly.
So with Trump, he's, you know, now he seems to be more. He's worse than he was the last time, right? He's more right wing. He's moving towards the Project 2025 agenda. He's also talking about reparations for white folks through the idea of basically penalizing people who use diversity, equity, and inclusion, right? Which means they're going to get rid of the whole affirmative action stuff. They're going to get rid of the whole thing dealing with Medicare and Obamacare and all these things. They're about to screw us all, I'm telling you. And we got to sort of prepare ourselves for that, for this season of change. What's your thoughts?
I totally agree. So with Q2A and the cultural engagement group, last week, a bunch of the members have asked me questions about crypto. And my philosophy is you want to diversify, have some crypto. I'm not saying that you should have all crypto. You want to maybe have some crypto, maybe have some gold and silver, maybe have some foreign currency. Because when the system breaks down, you're not going to know which one you need at that moment. You may need crypto today, you may need dollars tomorrow, and you may need silver the next day. You just don't know. So, but if you have a little bit of everything, you're kind of just bopping and weaving as they throw different things at you.
So with 2025, it looks like a lot of, let's say, the beginning of agendas start. And now on the World Economic Forum and some of these other meeting groups of the establishment, right, they have an agenda, you know, they got the Deagle agenda.
Yes.
And then there's this economic agenda as well. I mean, what have you heard in concerning 2025? Because I mean, from everything I see, 2025 on gonna be hell. 2025 on gonna definitely be hell for the black man, for the Israelites, because they don't like us, and you can see the policies that they're passing, right? And I mean, they're at war with us on the economic level. I mean, literally, I'm not. This ain't a black and white thing in terms of me being that way, right? It's them being that way. What's your thoughts?
So everything, the meeting they had in June in Lisbon, Portugal, they mentioned 2025. Oh, I thought I was sharing my screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
The Swift, when you go to Swift's website, which I'm trying to go there now to show you, when you go to their website, okay, so this is the Swift's website, and everywhere I go, you're seeing this November 2025, just like in the video I created on Quant. They talk about the banks have to be set by November of 2025. So I've been telling people, even if you don't own any crypto today, you want to try and have some by November of 2025, because that's when they plan on turning the switch. And it looks like that's when the date to send this new financial system, because I found it here on the Quant website. I've gone to a bunch of different places, and November 2025 is the same date everywhere.
So what do you think in terms of those people who are not, technologically oriented? What should they do in terms of getting up to speed on this and being able? Because a lot of people say, like, even with Cash App, they say I don't use Cash App because I guess they're not used to it, and a lot of people not used to the modern way of doing transactions. What's your recommendation for them? I mean, just learn, get up to speed, or what?
So there's two terms. There's what's called decentralized and centralized. So the banking system is a centralized system, meaning you deposit your money and somebody maintains it for you. Decentralized means you control it. So in crypto, there's a term called no keys, no cheese, meaning if you use Coinbase, which I use, Coinbase is a centralized system, so that if Coinbase goes down and you've got $1 million worth of crypto on it, you don't have access to your crypto. But if you have it on your own physical wallet or your own centralized wallet, now you can take those coins and send them anywhere, because it's decentralized as opposed to centralized. And that's the reason why I say the banks will never go out of business. They're just going to adapt into a different role, because there's a lot of people out there that don't like to take responsibility for their actions. When something goes wrong, they like to point and say it's their fault, instead of doing what they need to do to protect themselves.
So let me ask you this, which is, and I don't know if this is a valid concern, it's just a concern of mine with the whole idea of wallets, just being, in technology for a long time. A lot of these mediums sometimes can get corrupted, right? Because they're magnetic base or some kind of, storage medium, and they could get corrupted. So, it may not happen. I don't know what the risk is of it, but let's say you had $10 million worth of crypto on a wallet, and then you go to get it pulled off or do some transaction, you can't get in it because the medium got corrupted. I'm like, what's your thoughts of that?
So that's totally okay. So when you have a decentralized wallet, so for instance, the Exodus wallet, I use a bunch of different wallets. So Exodus is one. So the Exodus wallet, when you have a decentralized wallet, when you go to set it up, they will give you either a 12 or 24 word, what's called a key phrase. And so those key phrases, you need to put those away, and you don't give, like one of the things I like to say on one of my videos, I said, even if little green men from Mars came down and said, give me your key phrase, don't do it, because once you give somebody your key phrase, basically you just gave them your crypto. So if you have your crypto on your phone or on a wallet and you lose that wallet, as long as you have that key phrase stored in a safe place, you can then re-download or buy a new physical hardware wallet, type in those 12 or 24 words, and instantly your crypto will pop up. And that's because those devices don't physically control it. Everything is in the ether. Everything is in the cloud.
Oh, okay. So if I did pull it down to a local wallet, right? Not on my mobile device, but you know, what they call it, cold storage or something like that.
Correct. A physical
Yeah.
wallet.
Yeah. If I did that and let's say it became corrupt, I could always pull it back down to another medium.
Exactly.
If I have the key. Okay.
Correct. So
Okay,
I have three. I have a Ledger wallet. I have about 3 physical wallets, and then I have about another 10 wallets that I have coins on. And you can, as long as you keep your key phrases in a safe place, it doesn't matter. You can go and buy a new wallet or a new digital wallet and just type in those 12 or 24 words, and instantly your cryptos will pop up.
Okay, good. I should have talked to you a long time ago. So let me ask you this. Go ahead.
I was going to say, because you brought up a good point, because it's one of the things I was saying that is important for our people to know. So let's say there's people on this that are listening to us right now that say, I'm not going to get into crypto. It's just not for me. And that's totally okay. Now, the reality is, if the system is going into a digital platform, they've already let you know that they're going to be providing you with digital wallets, so that now that's where your USDC will be stored for you to do your transactions. So the thing about crypto, it's unforgiving. If you make a mistake at the bank can easily go in and say, okay, we see that the transaction, there was an error, and they will reimburse your money. When it comes to crypto, if you make a mistake, you will definitely lose your money. So that's why if you're ever sending any kind of crypto to anybody, $100 worth, $1,000 worth, $5 worth, you always want to send a small amount first to make sure that it went through and that you did it correctly. And then you send the remainder, because if you send the whole amount and you did something wrong, there's nothing you can do to get that back.
So let me ask you, what will be the role of banks in the future with this whole new digital economic system? Because it's coming, right? So what do you see? Because a lot of banks have been shutting down. So right. they're going away already. What's your thoughts?
So I think the banks will have the same role that some of these companies have, that you can take your crypto in order to get around the taxes. There have companies out there that you can give them your crypto so that you can get around the taxes, no different than a 401k works. And so with the banks, I believe, because there are a lot of people that just don't understand technology, they will go into their bank and say, here's X amount of dollars. I want to convert it into a crypto. Now, once we go fully crypto, they're going to make it very easy for you. So, for instance,
because they want you to adopt it, right?
Correct. They're going to make it very easy. So there's websites out there like Unstoppable Domains. On Unstoppable Domains, you can buy your own domain. So for instance, I bought about 6 domains about 4 or 5 years ago. And like one of them is fastnickel.crypto. And so I can then tie different wallet addresses to that name, so that if you said, Brother Fastnick, I want to send you some XRP, I said, okay, just send it, just type in fastnickel.crypto and it'll instantly go to my wallet because I've already set that up. Now, I know I'm speaking on a more of an advanced level, but when they're ready to roll this out, they're going to keep it as simple as possible because they want people to adapt and to conform to what they're doing.
You and I are going to have to talk after this, Fast Nickel. I got some interesting ideas.
Okay. But the problem is, and I think you might have said it on one of your shows, the reason why they've gone after, the certain people that they've been going after is because they have no more use for them. And so that's the thing with crypto. With these wallets, now they control you because the minute you have everything on a wallet, and they can now shut it off at that leisure because you're not compliant to what they tell you to do. You're not eating the foods that they tell you to eat. You're not going to the places they tell you to go. And they shut off your wallet. Now, just like you and I were talking backstage about the Elon Musk video, they're taking care of the physical and the digital. And now they're about to finalize the digital and the monetary. Once they have those two base in place, now they've got a full court press, or like in your case, you love chess, they've got you at checkmate. You're almost at a point where when the Bible said you can't buy or sell, we can physically see that concept, how it makes sense. Like 20 years ago, you didn't necessarily know how that was going to take place, but now it's so in your face how it's going to happen.
So let me ask you this. My plan, excuse me, my plan is to look for that window where they're going to want you to adopt, right? So the biggest freedom you're going to have is at the early adoption of crypto.
Yes.
Right? Because they want everybody to adopt a new currency system. They're going to say, look how easy it is to use. I like doing these transactions, blah, blah, blah. This is so great, right? And then they're going to start passing the laws to start locking you down, start putting you in the social credit system and control your assets. So I'm looking for that short window. And I'm hoping that, I could get some money. I don't know if it's going to work out that way. To be honest with you, I am not the best person when it comes to investments. But anyway, I'm looking for that short window where I can leave, right? I'm going to Africa. I'm going to find out where I want to live and set up my base. And I'm going to buy a property because I want to convert everything, or mostly everything, let's say, to physical assets, land, housing, some kind of business front.
That's my exact plan.
Yeah. Because I know I'm going to have to pull out the system at some point. So I got to set it up and I'm going to use this to get out.
Right. So that is why I believe, I don't have anything to verify, but just seeing what they're doing, this is why it's so important to be able to do things now and have yourself your own decentralized wallet. Because 6 months from now, or even a year from now, or right after 2025, they may put legislation in place that tells these companies you can't sell any more of these hardware wallets. The only wallets that is out there for the public are the ones that they provide you, which are centralized, that they can turn off at their leisure. So if you were one of the early adopters that had crypto on your own decentralized wallet, now you can at least get around without them being able to shut you down. Because the one thing that you'll read with all of these, when you go to these sites, it talks about peer-to-peer, and it talks about peer-to-peer, which is one-to-one, and it also, for instance, they also talk about the I forgot the term, but basically, if you have your own digital wallet to where you have a little bit of crypto on your own person, at least I believe that you're going to be able to at least function a little bit outside of those people who they're going to make it mandatory to use their wallets. And then now you're at their mercy. And like I said, they can shut you down at their leisure if you're not doing what they tell you to do.
So what do you think the window is going to be from the early adoption to the totalitarianism? You think we're going to have 6 months to a year or more, or what? Because I know that their deadline to have the market to be says 2030. So
So,
what do you think?
so I think that between now and November 2025, you want to get as much as you can, maybe even getting a physical wallet. I think that after 2025, so from 26 to 30, sometime they're going to start rolling things out to where by 3030, you've said it on a couple of your shows, by 3030, I think the door will be closed. Like if you haven't gone to the continent, if you haven't gone to the continent, or if you haven't taken what you're preparing, whatever you're doing to prepare, if you haven't been able to put that plan in motion before 2030, I think the door will be closed on you.
Yeah. 2030, my goal has been to get out of here before 2030. So,
yes,
I know that deadline is 2030. So I'm thinking 2029, I got to be out, right? At least.
Agree.
I mean, maybe earlier.
now I was gonna say the only caveat to that thinking, because I have that same thinking that you do, but
he meant 2030, family.
What did I say?
You said 3030.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, 20. I was thinking about ESPN 3030. I'm sorry about that. So if you think about it, at the end of the day, if the Most High has a plan for your life, He's gonna show you the way. But that's not the case for everybody.
Yeah.
But like you're saying in your video, if you got your mind focused on Him, He's gonna guide you and protect you through all of this craziness. But that doesn't mean we can't prepare.
Exactly.
Or at least attempt to prepare.
And see, the way I approach things is differently from other people, because a lot of Israelites still do things like the Christians, and they spiritualize everything, and they think there's nothing we're supposed to do. Whereas when you read the scriptures, it's the Most High telling you to do something or guiding you to do something. And so, like, for instance, just like with, the whole things with my prophecies and, the teachings I've done that showed what was going to happen, Ukraine, Russia, all of these things, what would happen after 2019, the Most High showed me that. And it's the same thing with this, right? I can see ahead what's coming based upon the scriptures. And so I have to plan my way out, right? I have to structure it. Because guess what? My family ain't in on it. Right? They're not, They don't know nothing about crypto. They don't care about crypto. They're going to be casualties of war if I don't try to do something. And guess what? I'm not saying that what I'm doing is going to work. What I am saying, I'm believing the Most High is guiding me to do this so I can get me and my family out. Now, I wanted Brother Fast Nickel to share with you all what's happening in this space, because we are leaving the dollar. Okay. And that's one thing I don't think you all understand, because I try to tell my family this and they don't get it. Right. Especially like my mom, she's older. She don't understand this stuff. So, but the dollar is going to be gone. This current economic system is going to change. This is a fact. It's not an if. If you follow the corporations, if you follow Visa, if you follow BlackRock, if you follow Goldman Sachs, everybody's going into crypto. That means everyone. That means this system is done, right? So now you have to figure out, okay, I know the system is done. What do I do to navigate this? Because guess what? The white folks they're always ahead of us. They're going to be situated to be on top in the beginning, even though it's going to become totalitarian. But, they're going to be on top regardless.
Correct.
So Brother Fast Nickel, when it comes to learning about this whole cryptocurrency thing, you have a YouTube channel, and do you have any other type of educational things that for the Israelites who want to learn more about this and what to do and to be able to reach out to you? Can you give them your information?
So I have my Fast Nickel YouTube channel, which I am now starting to put up articles in the same way that you were saying that in terms of prophecy, like there's new stuff coming out, like you can't even keep up. That's what's happening with crypto. Like now there's all these articles where, like I said, Pennsylvania is taking their $7 billion fund, they're taking 10% of it and putting it into Bitcoin. You're getting these articles where Trump is talking about Chainlink. You're seeing this all over the place. So I am trying to simplify my videos, and if I talk about a coin, I'm trying to at least give an explanation of the use case of the coin, because most people don't want to go doing the research, or they don't even know where to look. I've been in this for 8 years, and I used to spend hours and hours and hours on YouTube just trying to educate myself, because it's a fascinating asset class, and it's unforgiving. But I also have a website that I put together back in 2021. It's called learncrypto101.info. And I had a 30-minute video where I was teaching people about NFTs, teaching them about digital wallets, and teaching them about safety. Because one of the things that we didn't talk about, Brother Yakova, is you have to be very careful now, because there's so many phishing emails and phishing websites that you'll get an email telling you about crypto or telling you about a wallet, and you'll make the mistake of clicking that link, and they've now got you. And so you have to be very careful about the emails you open, the emails you click. Like when I get emails, I'm quick to look at who's the from name to make sure it's legit. And
look,
so
let me tell y'all this. This is how I do things, right? Never click on a link in the email. Sometimes even I get, if I'm not paying attention, I might end up doing that. But go straight to the website and do whatever you got to do, or go straight to the app on your mobile device. If they send you a link, don't click it. That's just my philosophy.
I'm gonna share this with you, Brother Yakova. I shared it about 6 months ago. So this is a true life scenario that happened to me. I went to Chase Bank, and because Chase Bank was doing a promotion. If you open up a savings or checking account, they would give you $300. So I already had a business account. So I said, you know what, I'm going to set up a quick $300 check savings account and just do some direct deposit to get the free $300. So the day afterwards, I get a call from somebody pretending to be Chase. And because I had just did business with them, I took it to be legit. So we're talking on the phone, and they said, hey, you know what? We noticed that there was some malware and around 4 a.m. And so because I just did some physical work with Chase, I believed it. And so the guy, it's an Indian guy, we're on the phone, we're talking, and he says, well, I'm going to send you this code so we can check your system. Now, I should have known better, but because my guard was down, it just goes to show you how it just takes a second. So
anybody could get got.
Anybody can get got. And so what happened is they were literally seconds away from getting $2,500 out of my Coinbase account. Literally seconds. And I kid you not, the Ruach said to me, there's something wrong here. Don't do it. And as soon as he said that to me, my disposition changed. And then I realized what they were trying to do, and I shut them down. But if the Ruach had not done that, I would have lost my $2,500. And that just goes to show you, someone like me who's as experienced as I am, there's always that moment that you can lapse and realize that you make a mistake.
Oh yeah, I've been there. I mean, I'd be like, I can't believe I did that. I'm glad I didn't get hit, but they get you at the right time. So let me ask you, did he know you went to the bank, or was it just random luck that he caught you at that time?
No, so you as a tech person should understand it. So my phone number because I've had my email over 20 years, it's on the dark web.
Yeah.
So that's how they get me, because I don't want to get rid of my phone number, but I'm constantly getting those kind of spam calls because my phone number and my email is on the dark web.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm on the dark web, but I block anybody who's not in my contact list.
Yes, I have it. I have a blocker on my phone as well. But because you get bombarded, all it takes is that 1 second to put down your defense.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then, if you did just go to the bank and they just happen to come and pretend to be Chase, that really messes you up, right? Well, I just came from the bank.
I just came from the bank. It was just a coincidence that they called just at the right time. They didn't know They didn't know it, but it was a case where I was protected.
Yep. Well, I'm glad they didn't get you. So, Brother Fast Nickel, once again, let people know how they can reach you and contact you, and if they want to learn more. And I would say that we have to make sure that we are led by the Spirit in anything we do. And like I say, right, if the Most High telling you don't do it, that's for you. Don't look at me because he ain't tell me not to do it. Correct. If he tell me not to do it, I won't do it.
Just like when you talk
but he never told me not. What's that?
Just like when you say flee. The Most High may tell you to flee, but he may not tell somebody else to flee. Just because he deals with everybody on an individual basis.
Yep. So I'm being led by the Most High in what I'm doing. So that's why I'm making preparations. And guess what? I don't even know if my preparation is going to help me at all. But at least I'm doing something, right? It's like I said before on other shows, it's sort of like when you see a hurricane coming, right? You pack all your stuff, you get your important papers together, you get some cash to travel, and you make your plans out in case you got to run away from the storm. The storm coming. As a matter of fact, the storm here. I'm gonna tell you this. This is going to be hell. I'm telling you, 2025 going to be hell for the black man. I'm not even saying Israelites because all black folks ain't Israelites. 2025 is going to be hell. Mark my words for the black man. They are coming against us. That right-wing, white, conservative Christian, they're going to show their true colors. I'm telling you. And I look, I don't have nothing against them folks. It's just that them folks have something against us. I'm just saying it like that, right? You best be ready. It ain't going to be nice. And here's the thing. The way Trump was, he's going to be worse because this is his last term. Right, he's going to be worse. And I don't think it would have been better under Biden and Kamala. Don't get it twisted. I just think it's going to be more focused on us, and they're going to remove any benefits you had. First, they took down affirmative action. They're going to take down what you call it, the EBT cards. Right, they're going to take down Obamacare. Anything that you get for free is gone. Mark my words. Before he get out of office, that's what I'm saying. We got to plan. We got to move smart.
They want to force you into their system.
Yep.
So again,
and they want to still keep us at the bottom in the system.
Correct. My YouTube is Fast Nickel. My crypto website that I need to fix one or two things, but that is Learn Crypto 101.info, and then my email is fastnickel@mac.com. But I definitely want to help our people to at least educate them, understand digital wallets, because there's physical wallets, which I own physical wallets, but then there's digital wallets as well. So you need to understand that, because like I said, when they implement their system, they're implementing wallets with the US, with the CBDCs. So you have to understand how to use it.
So will you do a show on that, on the different types of wallets and how they're going to be used and can be used?
Sure. What I can do is just prep and show you some of the different wallets that I have and how they work, and how you go ahead and get your seed phrase, the 12 or 24 seed phrase. And like I said, that is something you put it away like you would your social security card or your passport. You don't give anybody access, because once you do, that's just like giving them your money.
Okay. All right. Great. Okay. All right, fam. So let me ask this right quick. Brother Fast Nickel, before you go, are you willing to take some quick questions from the chat?
Sure.
All right, fam. Do you have any questions for Brother Fast Nickel? Type it in the chat and we can put it on the screen.
I'll do my best to answer.
What's that?
I'll do my best to answer it, because I am not a financial advisor.
Exactly. And you know I'm not. This is not financial advice.
you still want to do your own research.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, here's a question. What is the best cold storage device?
So okay. So the best, I don't know if there's a best, because there's what's called the ledger. I have the Trezor, Trezor. I have a ledger. There's a couple of, so because the technology changes every 6 months, even though I own 2 hardware wallets now, there's a new one that I want to get, because every 6 months they're better and better, and they support more and more coins. But here's the one thing I will tell you: do not go on Amazon or any of these third-party sites to buy your hardware wallet. If you're going to ever buy one, you want to buy it from the company direct, because you never know, you might be buying it from Amazon or someplace, and you think that it's been untampered with, but yet somebody has those keys, and now they have access to your coin. So you only want to buy it from the source, not from Amazon, Walmart, none of these places. Buy it from the source.
Okay. All right. So let's see. No, here it is. How does this relate to the blockchain 666 patent from Gates?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know anything about that. I think they're talking about the Bill Gates tattoo. What they call that? I forgot what it's called. There's a 6000606 something like that patent number. I think that's what it is. And but all of this is tied to the coming market, the beast system, right? And it's gonna be controlling how you buy, trade, or sell, right? All right. So somebody says, "How do I get started? What's the best way to get started?"
So to me, the simplest way. Well, okay. So for one, if most people have Cash App, and believe it or not, on Cash App you can buy Bitcoin. Did you know that, brother?
Oh, really? I never knew that.
Yeah. So on Cash App, if you go to your Cash App, let me open my Cash App. So on Cash App, where is it? So,
I see a Bitcoin.
Yeah,
thing.
so you can buy Bitcoin, and you can buy stocks on Cash App.
Wow.
So you can only buy Bitcoin, but that's okay, because some of the people that are here, they only want to get some Bitcoin. So even though Bitcoin is $90,000, trust me, it's going to go to $1 million plus. Now, I'm not saying it's going to do that next year, but in 5 to 10 years, it definitely, it's something that if you buy some now and save it for your kids or your grandkids, they'll be a millionaire, by the time they're 20 years old. So
if they're gonna go live November 2025, then it's probably gonna get close to $1 million by then, right? I mean, because everybody gonna start getting on board. I would think, right?
So there's a guy named Cliff High. I don't know if you've ever heard of Cliff High. So Cliff High, I started following him back in 2016, and he used to come out every month with something called the WebBot Report. And I used to buy his cryptos that he would recommend. I didn't really know much at the time. I was a novice, but if he said buy it, I would buy it. And man, those coins would skyrocket in value. So he predicted 9/11 before 9/11. So I bring him up because in his reports, he mentioned that an event is going to happen either on December 3rd or right around December 3rd that is going to force people to FOMO into crypto. What that event
this year?
Is, yes, this year. What that event is, I don't know, but he says something's going to happen that people are going to be FOMOing into crypto.
I could believe it. All right, so I'm gonna take 2 more questions.
Oh, wait. So the get started, okay, you can do the simple way is through Cash App, or you can use Coinbase, because Coinbase, at least they have a little bit of tech support where they will help guide the newbies. More experienced people don't tend to use Coinbase. I use Coinbase a lot, but so I would say if you just wanted Bitcoin, you can do it easily through your Cash App, or you can use Coinbase.
Yeah, and BlackRock has a big influence in Coinbase. So I use also Robinhood, you know, so if you're trading with stocks on Robinhood, you could buy some coins as well.
Okay, so let me tell you something about that. I don't know if you know. So you remember 2 years ago when they had the GameStop scandal where it was going up?
Yeah.
So
and they shut it down?
They shut it down. So Robinhood got into a lot of trouble for that. So what Robinhood did is they came out with a decentralized wallet. I don't know if you know that. So Robinhood now has a decentralized wallet that it's still part of Robinhood, but it's separate. So that if you had your coins on that, you're not susceptible if they shut it down. You can still trade your coins. So when you go to the Apple Store or the Google Play, and you can download the other Robinhood app that allows you to it works like Robinhood, but it allows you to not get caught up the way they did for everybody who was in the GameStop situation.
Yeah, is it called a Robinhood wallet or something like that?
Yes,
I think I recently,
and it's a different color than the regular, because I think the regular one is purple, and that one, at least on the iPhone, the one I'm talking about is a lime green color.
Yeah. The lime green color is the
the lime green is the regular one, right? The one I'm talking about is like a gradient purple color.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, let's do 2 more questions. All right, so what are the best altcoins to invest in currently?
Okay, so again, this is not financial advice. It depends on the money that you want to spend. So for instance, Cardano, ADA. So remember, all these names have an acronym. So for instance, Cardano, the acronym is ADA. Right now, it's selling for less than $1. The beauty of Cardano, as an example, is you can stake it. Now, we didn't even talk about staking. So Bitcoin is proof of work. A lot of these other altcoins are proof of stake. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because, they were talking about the problem with Bitcoin. It has the carbon emissions, all that junk they were trying to spill. So with proof of stake, basically it allows you to take your crypto and stake it where you'll get dividends for your money. So for instance, if you were to buy some Cardano on Coinbase, you can actually make 5 or 6% APY. I think it's every couple of days on your crypto.
Oh, like stock?
Yeah, it's kind of like a dividend. So
like a dividend. Okay.
Yeah, so there's about 10 or 20 different ones. Like I used to do it with there's one called Cosmo, and I used to do I used to stake that, and they were giving me 20% APY. Like you're never gonna get these kind of APYs in the banking system.
Yeah. Okay. So one thing I want to add is when you do start looking into this and invest, please don't put everything in one basket. As Brother Fast Nickel was saying, diversify.
You have to diversify.
Gold, silver, crypto, everything, right? You want to be diversified, and you don't want to put everything, because you got to live too, right? You're still gonna need the current system to pay your bills. All right. Let me do 2 more because I see one.
Wait, let me just tell this person. So if you go to coinmarketcap.com, you're going to see Bitcoin, Ethereum are the first 2, but you're going to see at least 100 coins. So if you just look at the top 10, you want to do, and this is probably a show just to show you how to get more information. But if you just look at the top 10, the top 20, and then look at the pricing, those are relatively safe coins. But at the same time, if you diversify your coins, let's say you took 50% of your money and buy Bitcoin. Maybe you take another 25% and buy Ethereum, because those are kind of like the stable coins or the foundation coins of crypto. And then you take another 15% and buy some of the other mid-level coins like a Solana or ADA, XRP, etc. And then you can take your last 10% and maybe you buy some meme coins like Dogecoin, that if it goes to zero, you don't care. But those meme coins, you might wake up one morning and be rich. Like, I'll tell you the story. There's something called an airdrop. I don't know if you know what an airdrop. So an airdrop is when a coin will just give you coins in your wallet. So last December, I found 30 million Bonk coins. So there's a meme coin called Bonk, BONK. So 30 million of those coins all of a sudden just showed up in my wallet. Those 30 million coins was only valued at $3 million. That's just to show you how worthless it was. But it just so happened, I happened to have to pay a bill. And it was $950. I didn't have the money. And all of a sudden, I look at my phone and I have this coin in my wallet. So a few days later, all of a sudden, Coinbase and Binance, which is both our exchanges, they decide to list this coin Bonk. And when they did, it rocketed up in price. So my 30 million coins that was worth $3 went all the way up to $950, and I paid my bill with it. So that's the beauty of memes.
Okay. So let's do two more.
Okay.
All right. So what's a reasonable amount of money to start with?
So that really depends on you and what you can afford. For some people, they can't afford more, and don't try to do it all at one time. Maybe just take $50 or $100 from every paycheck and invest a little bit. You don't have to think that you have to invest all at one time. Just do a little bit at a time.
Yeah, and that's what I did, because even like with Bitcoin, it was high when I started. So I just, it's fractional, right? So I just put in a little bit at a time over time. And I was like, better to have some than none.
Exactly. And that's the thing, because most people who are familiar with stocks, you had to buy a full stock. So people think that that's the same with Bitcoin, but it's not. You can buy fractions.
Yep. All right. Final question. I have 1,000 and don't know anything. What do I do?
You can always give it to Brother Yakova.
That is true. Cash App, $TOTW 7101. But yeah, I would say this, just like we were saying, that, you could take pieces of that and put some in the crypto, buy some gold, buy some silver. You could diversify with $1,000, right? You don't have to put it all in one spot, right?
Correct.
Brother
correct.
Fast Nickel?
And you also think about, what's your short-term and what's your long-term plan. $1,000 for a short-term plan, you're going to do a lot more riskier thing with than if you're putting $1,000 and you've got a long-term goal of 5 to 10 years.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask this. This will be the last one. Someone said, can my 401k company help me? I'm like, what's your thoughts on that?
So yes. So maybe not your 401k, but they have Bitcoin 401ks where you can take your 401k, you cash out of it, but then you're going to have to move it. They give you that certain amount of time to move it. So they do have Bitcoin IRAs where now you can have your money getting Bitcoin returns as well.
So fam, I will say this: if you have questions, please contact Brother Fast Nickel. I am not the crypto expert. I am a novice. Okay, so I'm not the one that has everybody's ahead of me. Brother Fast Nickel, Dante, they're the experts. I'm not the experts. So I'm a babe in this as well. But I am in it because, if you don't get your feet wet, you know what I'm saying? But Fast Nickel, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. And, hopefully the family will be reaching out to you, and because look, we all gotta move smart in these last days. We can't act like things gonna stay the same because they're not. It's moving too fast.
It's
You
moving
know.
too fast. And pay
Yeah.
attention to what they do, not what they say. Because the same
Yeah.
way Jamie Dimon was telling his bankers, anybody who buys Bitcoin, that he was going to fire them. And it turns out that they were buying up Bitcoin in their European branches. So don't listen to what they say. Pay attention to what they do. And they're all, they didn't get billions of dollars for nothing. They're all in crypto.
Now that's interesting, and that's true. Jamie Dimon and some of these guys were saying, "Don't buy crypto; it's a bad investment." I knew that was a lie from day one, because I'm like, they built this system for a reason, right? They built the blockchain, they put all this investment in hardware and the infrastructure. They obviously was going to do something with it. Right. And then you start seeing Visa and all these other companies doing transactions in it. Once they got involved, it wasn't going anywhere. I'm telling you right now, if you ignore it, it's going to be to your detriment. I'm not saying put everything in it because it is volatile, but obviously this is the new system. But like I say, as for me, I'm planning my way out. When it gets oppressive and it gets to the point where they're trying to control us and it becomes the mark of the beast, I hope to be out of here on the continent, because what I believe from what I see in scripture is that we're going to be in the wilderness among our people. And I believe that's on the continent. And that's why the Bible says that final 10-toe kingdom is going to be partly strong and partly weak, right? Part is going to be iron. So that's these Western nations like America and France and Europe. They're gonna be oppressive and totalitarian. It's gonna be like a Hitler regime, but there's gonna be freedom on the continent. That's what I see from the scripture. That's why I'm planning my way out, and I hope to be out by 2030. All right, brother Fast Nickel, thank you for coming on.
You're very welcome, and I thank.
And do you have any final comments?
So what I'm going to do for anybody who needs it, I'm going to put my email and I'll put my web and stuff in the chat for anybody who wants to watch any of my videos or just reach out with questions.
All right. Thank you, brother Fast Nickel. Thanks for coming on.
And don't forget to send me your public code for your XRP so I can send you some XRP.
Yeah. Send me an email on that again, since I forgot. Sure. I'm an amateur.
I will.
Okay. All right. Thank you, brother Fast Nickel.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. All right, fam. Hopefully that's benefits you. I'm not a prophet. I just watch the signs. I look at the sky. I can see when it's about to rain, and I can see rain on the horizon, right? And what happens when it's about to rain? You got to put on your raincoat. You got to get your umbrella. You got to find, if it's raining too hard, you got to find shelter somewhere. That's all I'm doing. And, you can stand out in the rain if you don't mind getting hit by all of the pounds of rain in the wind. That's on you. Everybody got their choice. You got the choice to stand in the rain. I see the rain coming, so I'm trying to take precautions so that the rain won't hit me too hard. And I think you should do the same. You got to use wisdom in these days, because they after us. I ain't going to lie. I mean, I know some of y'all can't see it. Some of y'all can't see it. We're in trouble, and there's a reason why we're going to be leaving crying, according to Jeremiah 50, right? So, fam, love y'all with the love of the Messiah. Peace and blessings to Israel. Your captivity is ending.